still works after all the years. I haven't changed the batteries in this one. And it still works, believe it or not. Anyway, C1 antenna back. Yep, and today I'm gonna talk about my old WiiU system that are broken. And I decided to buy a new one, as you can see here. I got a box here. So I decided to have that as a background. First thing first, this is the old broken unit. What happened to it? I got the white screen of death on it. When Nintendo had the upgrade function available, this took an update that kills the unit actually. So I get the white screen of death. That means that when I hook this up to the television with an HDMI cable, I get this screen here up. You can see on this unit on the box, and it couldn't pass further on. Which means that the poor unit here was waiting for this main unit to start up, but the main unit never started up. I even tried to put in a disk to it, and it spins up, it powers on and everything, it spins up, but suddenly just stops because it can't pass this white screen here. Which means that, okay, this is a long time ago, I don't care. Nintendo did a shitty job with the WiiU. The WiiU is unstable as heck. So if you have one of these systems still working, please do me a favor and turn off the update right away if it still works. Because don't try to update anything with this. Leave it as it is and let it run as it is. This one here I bought at an auction. This had 2 previous owners, and the first owner played it a little bit and wasn't very happy with it. So the first owner stored it away and decided to sell it to the previous owner. So the previous owner got this without any games or anything. He stored it in a shelf for 2 years after that and was never used. So he decided then to sell it, and that's when I got the hold of the unit, which is fine by me. And it was listed as completed. It was almost completed, I gotta say. The only thing that was missing was the memory card that was sitting in it. That could be a fault from the owner before the previous owner. That's how it is. But anyway, what I did, I opened the lid at the front of the broken unit, took out the memory card there and just put that in there. And it registrates the memory card right away without any formatting. So it was ready to go. The only thing I have to do with the system when I hooked it up, it was to unlock the parent control. That was from the first owner of the unit that had a password to it that I couldn't pass. Luckily, it's easy to get around that problem. And I'm gonna explain to you how to do this. The proper way, the best way to do this when you encounter that problem. You have to find the serial number under the base unit first. Write it down on a paper and just call it base unit serial number or something. That's important because you have to go into the unit on this screen unit. You go in, type in parent control, and you go up in the corner here and press I forgot password, and you have to press one more time I forgot the hint. Then you will get a code at the bottom of the screen here. Write that down as a registration code from the unit with the screen. You need both of them. Then you go into Nintendo's troubleshooting site on nintendo.com is my guess. I think it was nintendo.com. And you get up a list on the screen that you have to type in the base registration number and the registration number you get on the screen on this unit. Both of them you need to type in, and you have to type in your email address, and you have to type in that you are not a robot, blah blah blah, that, and you have to also get marked that the unit is yours and all of that. Do that, and just press get the master key. Then the master key, when everything is fine and you have typed in the correct number on both units, then they will send you the master key for your unit to the email address. And then you can go into the parent control here and just put in the master key, and the system will be open. You will have access to everything from the previous owner. But when you do that, here comes a tip from me. today the internet service for this unit is gone. The Nintendo does not support it anymore, so the first thing you do is to make sure that it doesn't get any contact with internet. So it doesn't try to upgrade or download the latest download firmware for it, because it might crash the system. So make sure to turn that off. Don't let it have contact with your modem at all. Today I will recommend you to use your discs on it, and disc only actually. I did as little stress as possible to this unit, so I didn't do anything with it. I just opened it up with the master key and put in a disk, and it was ready to go. Thanks to that, I used the old memory card from the previous unit that I have over there. The first game I popped into the unit is one game that I am a fan of, Legend of Zelda. Yeah, the Zelda series. But this game here, I'm not a fan of. Breath of the Wild. This is the side. This is the back. Breath of the Wild. Some like it. I don't like it so much. And I'm gonna explain why. I'm gonna put it down here. Like that, so I can explain to you guys. And I can put the camera a little bit down, so you can see the hole into the shot. Then the box is a little bit like that, but that's fine. Breath of the Wild. First thing first. I can also show you that the CD is in here, by the way. And we have some manuals here, and we got the disc right there. So now you know. Then I have showed you that. I can understand why it's 12 years of age on this game here, because you will get actually angry with this. At least I did. I didn't like this. Why? There are a couple of things I'm gonna rant about this game here. Yes, the graphic is good. Fine. The first problem I'm gonna tell you about, and for those who play the game, probably agree with me. The weapon system. Yeah, I'm not kidding, guys. The weapon system in this game here is a crapshoot. Hear me out. You will find a weapon right at the beginning, like a branch or something like that. A branch is not a good weapon, so fine. But one thing I don't like, you don't start with a sword in this game here. You start with some silly weapons that will not last forever. You can use it on enemy to get it away from you, or after a couple of million hits you manage to kill it or something like that. But here is the kicker. You can be in the middle of a fight of an enemy that pops up, and suddenly the weapon is getting weared out and it gets broken, which I don't like, because then you need to search up for another weapon to use. And the problem is that you have to run away from the enemy when the weapon breaks in the middle of the hit, and you have to run away to get to the start menu and find a new weapon. If not, you will take damage. I don't like that. And one thing you will understand if you play this for the first time, weapons are scarce in this game here. At the first mission before you get the hang glider, yeah. If you don't play your cards right and are careful with how much you use your weapons, you will be out of weapons. And you will have enemies to fight, and you don't have weapons. That's something I don't like about this. What were they thinking? Think about Zelda 1, 2, and 3. All 3 games you start with a sword. Okay? The first one, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this, when you get into the cave to the old man, you get a sword. And that sword does not wear off. You can have it through the whole game if you like. And you can get it polished and get a new and better sword when you progress in the game. You should start with a weapon, guys, that you have through the entire game, instead of the weapons getting broken and you have to find a new one, and you encounter in the middle of a fight on an enemy and it suddenly breaks for you and you have to run away and take damage. I don't like that. That's the big flaw with this game here. Another big flaw with this game, the first enemy, the big enemy I encountered in this game here, was a guardian. One hit death in the start of the game, and you barely start up the game. One hit death, you have 3 hearts to start with, but no matter what you are doing, if you get hit by the guardian, you're dead. You're dead, dead, and more dead. One hit death in the start of a game? I don't like that. Did you encounter an enemy that gives you one hit death right away in Zelda 1, 2, or 3? No, you don't. You will take damage, but you will survive the hit. Maybe you get a big hit that it starts to warn you that you are low on hearts, yes. But you should be able to take a hit and run away, instead of just dying in the spot where it hits you. So that's the other flaw with this game here. So if you have never played this game before, guys, be aware that weapons are scarce in this game here. Be careful, so you don't use them up. Or you have to start the game all over again. Yeah. That's what I don't like about the Breath of the Wild. So that's how it is. But anyway, it was I haven't played this system in quite a while, so I just picked this one at first because I couldn't remember. But it come back to me very quickly that this game here, I don't like it so much. And that's a Zelda game, by the way. Then I decided, when the new system I hooked up, I'm gonna try some... I can't talk today. Another Zelda game. And this one here is a blast. I love it. I'm talking about the Twilight Princess. And this is Twilight Princess HD. Sorry for the glare, guys. Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess HD. This is the back of it. And this is something I can tell you also from Breath of the Wild. Why can't you get the horse right away in Breath of the Wild? Why? Think about this game here, Twilight Princess. You get the horse right away. You even got an eagle in the game that helps you during the game with tasks that are far away. For example, the nest with bees that the old woman can't get rid of. You just stand on the roof on the mayor's building in the first part of the game, close to the goat farm in the game, and you just send the hawk or the eagle to take away the bee nest. Now you know, and you get rid of it that way. So you get 2 animals in the start of the game that you can use. That's great. And later out in the game, also Link becomes a wolf. It's Twilight Princess. You can see there you have Link at the top with a mask there as well, and you see the wolf at the bottom here. Yeah, you can see me through the camera as well. Sorry for that. And the disc is in the system, the working system at my television, so that's why you can't see it right away. So it is in the system. You have to trust me on that one, because that one is what I'm currently playing a lot, actually. This is a great game, and I can't recommend this high enough. And I will actually recommend you to try this game. If you have a Switch, you can get both of these games, I think, on the Switch. But I will recommend you to skip this one. Skip Breath of the Wild and go for this. You will get more value for your money right away. So, yeah, this is the back again. You can also use some amiibo on this. I have 2 amiibo figures, by the way. I got the Guardian and I got Kirby from the Robocod game. I don't know what they do in this game here for now. I haven't used it yet because it's still sealed. So this is currently in my system with the television now. So that's why the disc is away from this one. That's how it is. Anyway, I'm gonna show you what comes with the system. Because if I turn the camera a little bit up again to show you the box, you can also see this logo over here. Yeah, Nintendo Land. That was following the system. So yeah, I got that one as well, because that was following the system. So this is probably a sort of a mini-game system, is my guess. And just for the jollies, the disc and the manual itself. So it's not much to see. That was following the system, so I got 2 copies of this one now, since I have the broken unit there and the new one is hooked up to the television. And it also gave me this in the package. Wii Sports and Wii Resort. I think I have this to the old Wii I have as well, so I probably have 2 copies of this as well. So this is very simple. This has the disc in just a sleeve and all of that, so it's not much to see. I can show you the disc for the Jollies, but it's nothing much to see, because this can also be used on the Wii. I have tried that and it works. It's just so you can use the sensor bar that follows, is my guess. So they decided to put this with the system so you can use it. And it has nothing more than writings at the back, so it's not much to see. So, and Wii Sport is a classic actually. Many gym studios up here back in the day when this system was popular bought the Wii system just for this game, so people can use it at the training facility. And I can understand why they did that. So, other games I have to this unit, just to show you them very quickly. I'm just gonna show you the Wii U games today. I have a lot of Wii games as well, but this episode or this review is about the Wii U. So I decided to restrict it to that. Hyrule Warriors, I have that as well. Yes. Sorry for the glare, I cannot do anything about that, and I'm not going to take it out of the footer either. You also got an adventure mode on it. That looks pretty much like the first Zelda game. So this is Hyrule Warrior, and I'm gonna open just to show you inside. Here it tells you about the remote and the nunchuck, how to use it in the game. And you got the disc itself. Yeah, I have to tilt it through the light. I hope you can see this. So, this is Hyrule Warrior actually. And I can also show you Zelda Wind Waker. This is Nintendo Select, as it says at the top here. Yeah, the Wind Waker. A Wind Waker HD, by the way, because that's something important, because this is made for the Wii U system. Wii U runs HD, by the way, so you can technically use a Wii game of this game in it, because it was also released on the Wii, but I don't think you get HD with it. I don't know, but they say clearly here, Zelda Wind Waker HD. The inside, just the game itself, and just some information and all of that. Not much to see. Next up is a game for people who are older. And this game here is about hacking and all of that. I'm talking about Watch Dogs. You can see you have to be 18 of age to play this game here. That's how it is for the Wii U. So I'm just gonna show you this very quickly, just to give you a little Brucey bonus to this video here. And you can see the white unit of the Wii U here, and I got the black one. So the one that I hooked up to the television is working perfectly, and I'm very happy with it. Manual, of course, and the disc itself. Next up, Super Smash Bros. Wii U. Yep. The fighting game where you can choose your favorite character and play and fight against other. My favorite character in the Smash series, it's gotta be the Riddler. I'm a very fan of the Riddler from Metroid, actually. So you got the big slob of how the controls are, and here is the disc itself. That's how that looks like. Just to show you it very quickly, and of course it supports Amiibo here as well. So that was Super Smash Bros. And you can see the characters here. So yeah. Next, I have to take away a little bit. It's a little bit dusty, sorry for that. Resident Evil Revolutions. Yeah, 16 of age you have to play this. And there you can see a hand behind a very... Is it a door that you can see in bunker or something? I think it is. Resident Evil Revelations. And this is the back of it. Sorry for glare, guys. I cannot do anything about it. I'm not going to take the paper sleeve out because it will take up valuable time. And I will bore you to death. And this still has this free gifts card inside, not opened. It doesn't matter anyway because the account for the Wii U is gone. And the disc itself, yeah. And the manual is at the back here. Just to show you that it has a manual as well. Clicky, clicky. So that was Resident Evil Revelations. Next up is a game many of my friends have played a lot as well. Zombie U. Yeah, 18 of age you have to be to use that game as well. It says so. And that's where the parent control comes in, guys. You have to unlock that. If not, it will not let you play these games. Then you have to play child games instead, and that's why you have to get the master key. So you can get that. Let's see. We have this gift card here as well. Not opened, not used. You got something. Here is a lot of things inside. Safe house, a map for the game, and you also got the manual. So the map is important in this game here. It's a big game. And you can see the white unit of the Wii U here as well. Yeah. I like the black better because after a long playing time with this unit, it will get yellow and it will be very easily dirty, so you have to clean it often. So I like the black one better than the white in that case. So that's Zombie U. And this one I showed you previously, so I have a previously. I can't talk today. So this I showed you before. It's the Nintendo Land. And I have two of this because of the old units that are broken here, of course. So yeah, I'm not going to go into more details with that one. The last one I have for the Wii U, Star Fox Zero. So that's the game I have so far to this Wii U. I'm not showing you the Wii game today. That will be a later review. Because the review will be too long, simply as that. And I will bore people to death with that. This is 7 of H, by the way. So you fly the starship called Starving or something. If I remember correctly. I think I do. So that's the disc itself. And all of the disc, I can tell you, has no scratches. It only has one owner, and that's me. So, Star Fox. This one I have already, since it came with the package here as well. So I have two of that one. Zombie U. Resident Evil Revelations. Smash Bros. Super Smash Bros. Wii U. Watch Dogs. Wind Waker. Hyrule Warriors. And this is the other copy of Nintendo Land, by the way. Twilight Princess. Recommend this highly. It's a great game. This one, not so much. Breath of the Wild, but I have it at least. So, this was the big stack of game I have for the Wii U unit. Wii games, like, just to show you this, can also be used on the system. So, you could use the sensor bar here as well. Because this came with a sensor bar, came with both units. I can take this away again. And everything. So, except from the memory card, as I mentioned. But then I just took the old one there and flipped it into the new system. And I didn't have to format it or anything. It just started right up. I was happy with it. And I could just put in the disc right into the unit and away you goes. It did take some new updates from this disc, by the way. So I had to wait a little bit so it sums it up because the system has been off for a couple of years. And one thing I can also tell you right away, at the bottom of the unit, let's see if I can show you that. If I take this old unit and I show you the bottom here, if you take away the foot here, under here, sorry for the glare, there is a memory battery here. And I need to show you that. That is on the Wii and the Wii U. Please, guys, open up your unit, take out the battery and change it with a new one.